Hi guys, I'm back. I'm here to watch Death in Paradise Season 2, Episode 1. Now, I really enjoyed Season 1. It was really good. Can't remember if I got a couple. I think I got maybe 2 or 3 right. So let's go for 100% this time. I doubt I'll get it because I'm sure the writing is going to be equally good or maybe even better, because hopefully most seasons tend to get a little bit better, or they correct the things that they were missing. But season 1 was great. Enjoyed that very, very much. Maybe they'll introduce a couple of new characters or one new character, because they got a team before. The baby will be born, or was already born. I think it was already born. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens and what more mysteries they can do. I think maybe what they'll do is have some introduce a bit more murders from the local folk, I think. Because they had most of the murders were like tourist things, or things that happened to them were tourist. It'd be nice to see if there was like a villain, like a proper villain in the island, or like a known criminal that got away with stuff, and see if he could maybe get away with something in a couple of episodes, and then they catch him in the third one or something like that. I don't know, but I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping he has maybe takes off his jacket. That'd be splendid. But let's see how it goes. Ooh, Plantation. A big ass island, man. Seems iffy.
Storage bar needs a good clear up.
Why don't you come to lunch with us?
I don't know, sir. Miss Kim.
Doctor?
No excuses. 12:30, prompt.
Ooh, maybe he's retiring? I don't know. Or he's getting married, maybe?
We shouldn't.
I'll be in the mill.
Of course.
Thank you. At last.
Mrs. Seymour.
Mrs. Seymour.
Oh, nice of you to join us, Nicole. And I see we're off the wagon again. How very you.
Drop dead, bitch.
Someone! Call an ambulance! It's Roger!
So that's definitely murder. Oh man. I really like this song. It gives you a happy mood. Hey look, he's wearing the same... What is this? West Coast. Anyway. Oh, Plantation. Is that maybe the big island?
If I strangle my mother, do you think you'd catch me?
Almost certainly.
She thinks I'm still 16.
Mothers can be a real hazard, particularly yours. What is it this time?
Ursula celebrations.
Oh, right. Well, that explains it. I think the conversation may be a little bit stilted.
Because he's dead. Just when I was saying we need a murder from here, from the build, from
Chief? Sarge.
town, they've done it. That's 1 point for
Roger
me.
Seymour, 71 years old, found by his family doctor around 1 p.m.
Doctor?
Yes, he was at the house for lunch. The rest of the family are there waiting for you now.
Sir, seen this?
Do you think so everyone's thinking it's the wife.
What is that? Clean, freshly broken. It's not a watch glass, it's too big. Torch, maybe?
Could be.
Why would he be using a torch in here? And where is it?
Is this a working meal?
Hasn't been used since the 80s.
I've heard about this.
Every slave on the plantation. They were all locked up for the night, and the next morning, they'd all vanished. Never to be seen again.
Ooh.
You know, even if they turned out the lights, closed the door, killer still wouldn't have needed it.
Excuse me?
Torch. Yeah, it's bloody
So
sauna.
bright in there. So, as you say, means of death should be pretty straightforward. A machete sticking... Perhaps he wasn't too popular with his workers.
They all got machetes.
Right,
Though.
well, time to talk to the family, I think. Coming?
Yes. The main house is up there.
Ghost.
Yes.
So I see. Can you tell me what time you discovered Mr. Seymour's body?
Yes, it was 12:53. I'm a doctor. It's a force of habit.
So between noon, when he left to go to the mill, and 12:53, when you discovered his body, everyone was still here at the house?
Technical.
Yes, absolutely.
Why did they say Nicole didn't arrive till just about 1?
Hold on, wait a minute, wait.
Oh, what now?
His index finger. Look.
Sir?
Ah, right. Well, we may need to speak to you all again
Oh
later.
man.
Including Mrs. Seymour. What she's, you know,
Who
fully
could be?
rested.
I'm thinking him and ex-wife,
Inspector,
but I don't think she has enough strength to kill him.
it's about,
Hey, look, she's back.
I think he tried to write something in his own blood.
I can't think of another reason for there to be...
What is that, J-O-H?
Yes, it looks like it.
Dr. Johnson.
Let's see if Roger Seymour had a will.
Do a background check of the girlfriend.
Yes, check on the girlfriend. Let's do
Yeah,
a check on
'cause
the
he went
business
to-
as
yeah,
well,
it
see
could have
what
been
sort
him
of
as well,
shape it was
actually,
in,
yeah.
You know, whether there
He
were
went
any
to call him.
disgruntled employees, that sort of thing.
Maybe it's 3 of them in cahoots, or 2 of them.
Police have gone.
Alex came later, then Mrs. Seymour. But after that, everybody was on the veranda the whole time.
Okay. Thank you.
So if Roger Seymour
It's
doesn't
tricky.
have any
It's
children,
tricky.
who inherits the plantation, I wonder?
His nephew?
And as he can't account for his whereabouts between 12 and 12:30 p.m. when he arrived at the house, he has to be a suspect.
He said he was at the Harbour Gym.
Let's check it. I also want to speak to the ex-wife as soon as she sobers up.
Chief, Dr. Johnson's back at his surgery. You want me to go and pick him up?
No. Call him, tell him we're on our way, not to move till we get there. Anything on the girlfriend?
He's taking
I'd
his
be grateful
jacket
if I
off.
said She came to San
Boom.
Marie from Antigua just
Finally.
over a year ago. Nothing showing since then.
And soon, she'll never be a grandmother.
Yeah, in England we call it being left on the shelf.
Really?
Yeah. You know, the last one in the shop no one wanted. Doll with a broken arm, perhaps, or a wonky eye. Something about it not quite right.
Yeah, okay. I get a picture. Thank you.
Maybe he was gonna
I'm not
give
sure
the
I
plantation to
understand
him
what you're
and
saying.
the other
Well, it's
girl.
not difficult, Doctor. Just before Mr. Seymour died, it looks like he wrote the letters J-O-H on the floor in his own blood.
The first 3 letters of your name.
And you think I killed him when he was already dying?
Sorry, what?
Eh,
He'd been blacking out, suffering from headaches, and so we ran some tests. They only came back yesterday morning. He had a brain tumor. Inoperable. He had months left to live, 6 at the most.
Who else knew this?
No one.
You have to admit that knowing someone is dying anyway makes it less likely you'd murder them.
You think that's what this mysterious announcement was?
Yeah, I think
Welcome to
so.
lunch. Oh, by the way, I'm dying.
Yeah,
Could be.
could be. And the will, my will is going. Everything's going to that guy and my
They were all
lady
together
friend.
at lunch at the time of the murder, so I can't see how any of them could have gotten in.
Chief Roger Seymour, and he didn't stand to gain anything from his death.
And there's Dr. Johnson. He was at the main house too, but, well, he could have killed him, then just pretended to find the body.
But why would he? If he knew the victim was dying already.
What?
He had a brain tumor.
But the victim wrote his name, sir.
Well, the truth is, it's only 3 letters, isn't it? We can't even be sure it's a name, let alone Johnson. And then why was the victim carrying a torch?
Okay. As far as I can see, the only people who could have gone to the mill and seen are
That's cracking me
Nicole
up.
Seymour and Alex Seymour.
He said he was late because he was held up at the gym. I checked. He signed out at 12:05.
Well, it's very tight, but just about possible for him to get from the harbor to the sugar mill, murder his uncle, and get back to the house for 12:30.
Yes. Yet Nicole Seymour had plenty of time.
He's trying not to laugh. That's bloody
She
hilarious.
didn't arrive at the main house until 10 to 1.
And she...
The kind of woman you thought she was.
Yes. And we were right.
Ooh.
The detective we hired brought these. Just before we went to the house. She met that man in secret, but it was in an alley behind one of the bars. The detective was trying to change position to get a clear shot of his face, but he disappeared before he could get it.
On its own, this doesn't prove anything.
Why would she meet a man in secret if she had nothing to hide?
I have no idea, but maybe she has a reasonable explanation.
Oh, she'll lie.
I don't think she has enough strength to kill someone. Why is he? Oh, it's Remy. Why is he wearing a set? Why doesn't he wear like a tank top? Although I think that looks like cotton, so that'd be nice and breathable. Good God, it's so hot. Jesus, I'm sweating my bone. Oh, it's the girl.
Hello?
She's running.
Bill?
Follow her, follow her.
Bill? Bill?
Disappeared.
What is it?
I could have sworn she came in here.
Who?
Who?
The little girl. I saw her yesterday, too. I don't know. She must be one of the plantation workers' children. Thank you.
We'd like to speak to Miss Neville in private.
$300 man, their family's gone.
We knew they were
That's
up
good.
to something, but this, frankly...
From a husband and father into a babbling schoolboy.
Look, the girl.
Sorry.
Don't be. That was his loss. But I know how manipulative a woman like that can be. It's the little girl again.
Where?
Whoa, it's a ghost, man.
Dwayne, talk to Kim Neville's bank. See if she's got money of her own or if there are any transfers from Roger Seymour's account.
I'm on it.
If she's a gold digger, let's see if we can prove it. Please, not the torch again.
It's the only thing that makes any sense. Come on. Come on!
Oh, I haven't figured it out. God damn it. Oh. Taking my ass. Oh, and it's jacket.
Where are we going?
Hey, he's not sweating at all, man.
Struck me. What if it was the killer that was carrying the torch? Not the victim.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like a hole.
But why would you need a torch in broad daylight?
A secret entrance
passage.
or a tunnel back to the house.
Exactly. Might also explain how your little girl was able to appear and disappear at will.
Leads.
Are you sure you want to do this?
No.
Are you okay, sir?
Yep, fine. Yep. The existence of a tunnel alone doesn't conclusively prove who used it, regardless.
Call an ambulance! It's Roger!
The name of the victim
They were
was
free?
Johan Peters.
Did you find any prints?
Yes.
Yes, and good quality too.
How long to get a match?
From the exclusion prints taken at the plantation, I'd say about an hour. But if they don't match the people at the house, I'll have to send them away.
They'll match. Do it in 30 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Of course.
What?
What?
I say that was hard evidence, wouldn't you? And look at this. Dwayne, I want everyone gathered at the mill straight away, please.
Yes, Chief. What about me, sir?
I need those prints, Fidel.
After he died, she found out she was pregnant, and broken-hearted, she left St. Marie.
Her life was a difficult one. She never married. She simply struggled on alone as a single parent. That woman was your mother, wasn't she? Because your last name isn't really Nelson, is it, Louis? It's Louis Peters. I say that was hard evidence, wouldn't you? Johann Peters, the boy killed in the so-called accident, was your father. As his only son, and in remembrance of your father, your mother gave you his surname. But there's one final piece of the jigsaw, isn't there? I understand revenge is a dish best served cold, but why on earth would you work here, befriend this man, and then wait nearly a year to kill him? Because you had to wait for your sister to play her part, didn't you? All those years ago, when Anne Neville left the asylum, she was pregnant with twins, wasn't she? As a girl, you took your mother's name, Neville. When she, in preparation for your marriage, she was actually signing his own death warrant. All you needed to do now was to kill Roger Seymour and make sure that neither you nor your brother Louis could possibly be suspected of his murder. For that, you both needed ironclad alibis. You made sure everyone noticed your presence.
Yep, plenty.
When Roger Seymour headed off to the mill, you knew this was your chance. The chance for you to exact your revenge. Making sure you weren't seen, clean, grabbed the torch, then made your way back to the old storage barn and carried on with your work as if nothing had happened.
Why didn't he keep his gloves on?
Yes, miss. Sorry, miss.
That was your signal, wasn't it? You weren't talking about noise. You were asking Louis if you'd had killed Roger Seymour.
Once you knew it was done, you could play your part.
Well, we can't wait for Nicole any longer.
The announcement, I believe, he was due to make that lunchtime. If you'd only waited until after that lunch, you'd have seen him die anyway. Now the new will isn't worth the paper it's written on, and you'll both go to prison for the rest of your lives.
Louis?
Gonna suck. You'd hate to be a police guy there. What about the little girl? Oh, maybe she's a ghost. Are they ghosts in this thing?
Most days I like my job.
But today's not one of those days.
This one doesn't
No.
feel good, does it? Alright, so she wasn't a ghost. Felt like it though.
Chief?
I need a freaking shower.
What? You have
Too
another
hot.
book to read? Or your lizard needs a bath?
Remy
Actually, I was
doesn't need
gonna
a
say,
bath.
I thought you had a date.
Oh my god, I forgot. My master's gonna kill me. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Something a mother set up. Bordering on the medieval, if you ask me, but who am I to argue with the voodoo goddess of love?
Oh, that's a cool mask. Ah, that's what I thought. I was like,
Camille? Oh. Good Lord, you look stunning.
Thank you. This is a bit of a surprise. I wasn't expecting.
No, quite. It was your mother's idea. I don't know if you've noticed, but she's quite difficult to say no to.
That's a good point. I think they were trying to set up. Aww.
I think I'll have a cocktail.
Oh, right. Have you got time?
Excuse me?
I thought you had a date.
Oh my
Yes,
god, he's not a
but,
You ready, sir?
What's going on?
Will your mother arrange for me to babysit baby Rosie for Fidel and Juliet so they could go for a romantic meal together? And I agreed, subject to certain conditions, such as they were home by 10 and she sleeps the whole time that I'm there. So basically, less babysitting, more reading a book in someone's house.
Haven't you had enough work for one day? It's rude to keep your date waiting.
Oh man, you sat in the wrong place.
we better be
Oh,
going.
you got me good. I
hope
had my
you-
hopes up there. Oh, you.
You know, have a nice time.
Oh, I was like, oh,
See you
they
tomorrow.
finally made it. And she
See?
was accepting it as well.
I've said a prayer to Azuli for you.
Oh. A good twist, man. You got me. You got me. I was like, and he was like, what? He's not that dumb. He would have noticed. Yeah. They would be a good couple, man. I think they'd be a good couple. Alright, so that was episode 1, season 2 of Death in Paradise. Oh man, that was good. That was a good way to start. I said they should have more murders from the island because they kept having, like, you know, guests coming in for the murders and stuff. They had a couple of murders from the island, but I figured it'd be nice if they had like a, you know, villain on the island or something like that. So at least there's this one was a murder from the island. Well, they were they were half and half, I'd say. But yeah, I really enjoyed the story. Good background. It did not feel good to arrest the killers, though. Usually you feel like, yes, you know, they deserved it. It was a bit iffy, and those cops must have felt really bad, because obviously with all the, you know, the slavery that was going on, when they said, you know, all they were locked up and things, and they managed to escape, you know, that, and hiding of the murder, probable murder, you know, it's it felt like a bad arrest. You're just like, shit, it's bad to be a cop today, because, you know, they weren't doing it in the right. They weren't in the right, but, you know, they had a relatively good cause. Well, maybe not a good cause, but, you know, they had some morals to, you know, they believed in what they were doing. Unfortunately, man, like as you said, if they waited until lunch, who said I'm dying, they would have made it free. So that's 2 pills to swallow. But yeah, you could tell that the officers and you know, they just did not feel good about arresting that. So it was good acting on their part. I didn't feel. I was just like, fuck, this has got to be awkward as hell. But good story. They got me at the end with pairing them up. I was like, oh, this is great. This is going to be interesting dynamic to see. And then boom, she sat on the wrong table. But then there was something there, so I don't know if they're going to be doing that. I don't know if they'll take that route or not. They might, or they might keep teasing it. Maybe at the end of the season they'll get together, and then, you know, it'll be season 3 going on to see how that works out. But really enjoying that episode. I'm really enjoying the characters, and they're all working really well together. Fidel's getting smarter and everything, which is also good, because he was kind of a rookie in the first season, and now he seems to be knowing a lot more stuff, and he's on his game. And I think he'll be, if they ever make him a detective, if he can, you know, progress his career, I think he'd be a great detective on the island as well, because they got 2 detectives and then the two guys there. But yeah, maybe they'll make him detective eventually, and that'll be very, very cool. Good progression of characters there. I really enjoyed that. It's a really hot day again. Oh my god, I'm trying to get, there's no aircon in the UK. Oh, at least we don't have an aircon, so it's really, really hot. So have a good one, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you like this reaction. Like and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.